On Levitt's Comedy Network at Universal Studios City Walk, Universal City, California. It's time for the Oh Mary Show, starring Mary Kennedy and Paul Jason.
Oh my God, live people. Oh my God. Move over, move over. We need to be center of the dining room set from All in the Family. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Oh my God, do I get a standing ovation maybe for a minute? No? I'm wearing, oh my God, I'm wearing Spanx. Oh my God. Oh my God, there's people I don't even know and they're standing. Or they want me to give them money, I'm not sure. I don't know what's happening. Oh, okay, we can shut, oh God, oh Mary. I'm the Mary and he's the O. That's a stupid joke, you don't have to laugh at it. Anyway, we're the Oh Mary Show. We're here live at the John Lovitz Comedy Club. Thank you. We're Thursdays, every Thursday at 7 o'clock. You can see us live. For the older people in the house, we're not on the radio anymore. We're on internet television. It's internet television. And my mother, a Boston mom, if anyone knows Betty, I told her, please watch the archives. And she goes, I went on the website. John Lovitz told me to become a subscriber. And I said to myself, I'm not paying to watch my daughter. I can watch her for free. So she didn't. But anyway, you all should subscribe, right, Paul?
Indeed.
And Paul's wearing eyelashes.
I am. I just want to do a little Boy George for you. I decided that, well, I mean, can you hear me over this jacket? Isn't this lovely? I know, from the Liberace collection. I went to his garage sale. I had to, genetically predisposed. Actually, you know what the real truth is? This was Mary's.
It was.
Yeah. So we're sort of like weird entertainment action figures. We wear each other's clothes, and I just... And that's right. Actually, no. I couldn't wear her though. Aren't those pants fabulous? Mary and I like to do a little dressing up for all y'all. So we're really grateful. This is our first live show here in the studio, and also we want to say hello to all of our friends. We have people that are watching in Australia and in France and in Afghanistan this evening. So it's a worldwide and hopefully intergalactically soon. So it'll be nice. And we have such a great lineup. When Mary and I were putting the show together, we're fortunate that we know a lot of fun folks in show business. So it was our good pleasure to introduce some of our friends, and we hope they become your friends, and they're some of the funniest people that we know in show business. So without much of a further ado, do you have anything else, Mary?
No, we're going to go sit down now and talk to you. It's, we're going to move to a two-shot over here, so just hold on. That's right. Okay, yeah. I think Alicia keeps clapping. I love it. Okay, here we go. Oh, we're in a two-shot.
In a two-shot, Mary.
This is kind of like James Lipton at the Actors Studio.
I do look
Anyone?
like James Lipton at the Actors.
Don't you see it?
What's your last word, Mary?
Well, can I tell you? I have to tell you. So when Paul changes his hair, sort of an APB goes out over West Hollywood, and people call me, gay concerned men and children, call me and say, you know what, he's gone too red, it's dyed his scalp, I don't know what to do. So the amazing Mary Donovan is our hair and makeup.
Mary Donovan is our hair and makeup person who has done this evening.
And she said, you know what, you got to stop looking like Patch Adams, and I'm not talking about the doctor. So that's where we are. But yes, and I'm wearing Spanx, and I can't breathe, and I'm hungry, and I'd like a snack. So
Okay,
if you
there
have
it
French
is.
fries, they have lovely garlic fries.
Lovely
Give me one.
garlic
Just
fries.
throw it here. I'll be like a monkey at the zoo. Just do it.
Nice,
Just do it. I'm
Mary.
starving. Anyway, oh good. Somebody I don't know is laughing at me. That's so unusual. Anyway, so our first comic. You ready for some comedy tonight, everybody?
Indeed. We have some lovely folks coming up.
Yep. And it's a little different. We have a living room set, not a stool. And, and we have comics coming. They're going to perform and then come sit down with us on the couch like Carson.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, indeed.
Carson, not Jay Leno, not Chelsea Lately,
Wow.
not...
It's
the O'Meara Show.
yeah.
That's what it
why,
is.
Mary.
That's right. So when you if we wave you in, and we can't avoid it because you're right here, if we wave you in, you know you've done a good job. So our first comic, everybody, and look what I have.
Oh, look, Mary.
Look.
Oh. Through the power
it's
of
my
Telstar.
notes. Look at that. Thank you. See, our first comic, everybody, is a writer, a stand-up comic, and producer, originally from Northeast Iowa. No, Northeast. I can't pronounce it. What is that? Ohio. There we go. I'm blonde from Boston. There was a vowel starting. Sorry. He is the creator of LA's Best, a really great comedy show in West Hollywood, and was featured in Hulu in their Best stand-up comedy division. Eric also once had a tweet favorite by Margaret Cho. Has a thing for Pisces men and makes a mean macaroni and cheese from scratch, everybody. Put your hands together for Eric Hahn, everyone. Eric Hahn.
Eric! What's up, John Lovitz? Woo! Give it up for Mary and Paul. They're adorable. Thank you for having me, you guys. I do make a mean mac and cheese. That's a good credit. That's what got me here. My cooking skills. Hey guys, a little bit about me. I hate my job. I do. Legally, I'm not allowed to tell you the name of the company I work for. I can, however, tell you that it rhymes with Bordstrom. Fuck them, it's Nordstrom. I'll take a chance. My boss doesn't like me. I could tell by his body language, his lack of eye contact. He also said to me once, Eric, I do not like you. It's my fault, though, because I tend to speak my mind at work when somebody asks me something. One time he goes to me, Eric, you act like you hate working here. I said, oh, that's not an act. It's the real deal. How you doing, girl? Nice. The problem is, you guys, I lack skills. Do you guys know about skills? It's hard for me to find a job. I tend to excel best at the jobs that nobody wants to do. So with me, it's all about willingness, less about ability. As a matter of fact, last week I was job hunting. I took one of those online skills evaluation quizzes to find the best job for me. Results came back 1950s housewife. So that means I can bake you a pie. You can come up from behind me, lift my skirt, and do your business. Or we could just forget the pie. Come up from behind me, do your business. I love living in Los Angeles. Very exciting place to live. Love living close to the television and the movie industry. Had a minor celebrity run-in last week. Saw Luke Perry at Cheesecake Factory. Wow. I know, right? Oh my God, you guys, I was so nervous I could barely give him my order. It was, it's a brush with greatness. Brush with greatness. I don't know if you guys caught HBO's new show, Looking, Snooze Fest. How boring, right? You guys see Looking?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're touting it to be a gay version of Sex and the City. Dear HBO, we already had that. It was called Sex and the City. Pretty gay show. Speaking of new shows, I don't know if you guys caught Michael J. Fox's new sitcom. I don't know, guys. Plot seems shaky.
Oh, no.
Couple claps. Give it up for my Parkinson's people. Shake it out, girl. Speaking of actors, guys, are we all going to sit around and do nothing while Brad Pitt turns into Val Kilmer? Because that ship is going down. Speaking of going down, I hate my body, guys. You might think I look relatively fit, but let me assure you, in the gay world, this is the face of obesity, right here. This is like, I don't like to brag or anything, but I caught a glimpse of myself getting out of the shower the other day, and well, I got the body of a young Kathy Bates. Is what I'm trying. You know what I mean? I mean, my boobs are bigger, but it's definitely a mid-90s Kathy Bates. I'm pink, I'm swollen. I'm totally DTF, so that's what the kids are saying, DTF. Oy. What else, guys? Hey, yeah, I'm gay and I love it. Woo! Oh, it's so awesome. Lucky for me, I live in Los Angeles. I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but LA is the gayest city on the planet. Oh my God. There's like 4 gays for every gay. There are so many gay people in town. Sometimes I worry, you know, like, is anybody making babies anymore? You know what I mean? Like old school man on woman type babies. We can't forget to do that, you guys. we still need straight people to make gay people. So it's up to you. Keep making those gabies. We really appreciate it. Gay men can't have babies biologically. Good thing, or I'd have an apartment full of infants right now. Little butt fuck joke. Just feeling out the room.
Wow. Oh.
Whoa! I will say this, if men could get pregnant, the legality of abortion would never be put to question. Right? Oh my God, you guys, if men could get pregnant, you could get an abortion at Walmart. And a shotgun. So, right there's your weekend. I don't know. I used to be slutty. Where's my sluts at? Any sluts here? Yes! She knows. You know, people talk about their number, meaning, you know, the number of people that they've had sex with. First off, if you know your number, that's adorable. I don't even want to think of what my number could possibly be. I'm sure it's depressingly high. It's so high, I don't even like to think of it in terms of numbers. I figured out that I'm going to think of it in terms of inches. So I figured out the other night I've had 3 miles of penis in my mouth.
Oh, wow.
Too soon? I get the light on that.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up, baby. Do we have any fashionistas in the crowd? Maybe. You guys know about Tom's Shoes? Tom's Shoes? Very fashionable shoes. It's the company that will donate a free pair of shoes to a needy child somewhere on the planet when you purchase a pair of their shoes here in the States. Little known fact about Tom's Shoes, however, if you return them, they hunt down the third world child. Take back the free pair. Guys, I think it's creepy that my iPhone auto-corrects the word give to HIV every time I'm typing it in. Some bullshit, y'all. Some bullshit. I'm not going to type HIV. I'm more apt to type give than HIV in pretty much any... Put it to you this way, if we got to talk about AIDS, that's a phone call. Not going to text you about that. I'm broke. Where's my broke people at? Woo! You know, the other day I found myself shopping at Target, dressed completely head to toe in clothes that I purchased at Target. And I realized pretty quickly that my life had missed its target. You know, people talk about living paycheck to paycheck like that's a bad thing. To me, that sounds awesome. I would love to live paycheck to paycheck. You see, right now, I live paycheck to 4 days before next paycheck. That's my fiscal period, is what I'm trying to say. But maybe I just like to say fiscal period. Who knows? Oy. I know I make it look easy, but it can be hard being gay. It's a straight world that we live in, let's face it, outside of LA. Sometimes people say goofy shit to you. At work is a good example. For instance, this one young girl said to me one time, I don't even think of you as gay. I don't even see you that way. I said, you should see me naked with another dude. It gets pretty gay pretty quick. I am the real deal. That's what I'm trying to say. Thanks for listening, guys.
Mr. Eric Hahn.
Eric Hahn.
This is how I roll. Animal print pants out control. It's Red Bull with the big ass bra. And like Bruce Lee, rock.
Let's hear for Eric Hahn.
Thanks, everybody.
Fun.
Oh my God. Do you feel too short?
I'm fine, really.
Eric Hahn, everybody. So how did you start in comedy?
Timidly. I started kind of late in life. I started about 6 years ago when I turned 40.
Were you having a midlife crisis?
I've been having a midlife crisis since I was 17 years old.
Indeed.
But yeah, you come to a point in your life where you're like, hey, I just got to take a chance. I got to dive in and, do what I need to do. I mean, so what if I'm old as B. Arthur?
Well, she's very funny. So tell our great viewers here on the camera and out in this audience how we met Mr. Eric Hahn.
Well, Mary and I were doing a show at the Downtown Comedy Club, which is a wonderful spot in downtown. And
Not as great as the John Lovitz Club.
no,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Thanks, Mary.
Go ahead.
You know, when I started doing comedy back when we were still writing on Papyrus, comedians, by and large, are a very competitive group. You know, it's a little bit of a violent sort of entertainment. I mean, think of the language that we use. You know, we slay them. Did you kill them? You know, it's a punchline. And then there was a change, and we started getting friendly with people. And the first time I saw Eric, he made me laugh, and he's also such a nice guy. And then we also met another comic that you're going to meet along the way. And we did another show with we did your show.
We did LA's Best, which
We
is
did LA's Best with
at Hamburger Mary's. Is it every Tuesday?
Every Tuesday, but the first Tuesday of every month.
Indeed.
Oh, okay, good.
So
So
the
you
last
can,
3
So you
Tuesdays.
can find Eric there.
yeah, and he's an incredible writer, and
Amazing guy.
and we just love working with you. So
Thank
do you? So let me. What is the? I'm going to ask you this question now. I'm the interviewer. I'm kind of like Barbara Walters in Sequin. So here is my question. What is the hardest thing about comedy? What would you say is the hardest thing about comedy?
Wow.
Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
Not
Gosh.
sexually.
You know what? The hardest thing for me is just staying true to like my inner voices, and yet just being funny at the same time. Because you know, it's funny. Comics can be really dark. You know, like once you start digging into those painful places, you know, to find laughs at. It's like so. That's kind of the hardest part for me is kind of keeping it light.
Thank you, kind sir.
We have crew. Congratulations.
Thank
There you go.
you.
Thank you so much.
So sweet.
We have a hunky boy here. Can you?
Yeah, he's very cute. So I've been married 11 years. Anything, and I turned 4 men gay. I didn't turn 4 of these men that you'll see gay, but I've turned 4 men gay. For a gay man, I'm the last stop on the straight train. And this one put me into retirement because I moved to the Valley. So that's what happens in West Hollywood. When I say, so do you? I think I'm far from retirement, Eric.
Of course you are. My
See?
goodness, that's the beauty of stand-up comedy. You can do. I am going to do comedy till they put me in the ground.
Well, exactly. I'm going to do comedy in the ground.
And if
When
I
I'm very-
have to take the 405 again for a show, I'll probably be in the ground next week. I'm telling you, if you pointed a gun at me and said drive on the 405, I'm like, you're going to have to shoot my ass because
Yeah.
It's
Over it.
tough.
It
It's
is
tough
tough.
commuting. Let's hear it for commuting.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know what?
What, ma'am?
We're going to talk to Eric more.
Let's
we are,
do it.
and he's adorable. Are you single right now, Eric?
Single as ever. Swingle. I'm swingle.
Swingle.
So, what does that mean?
That means I'm available.
Okay. So, do you want a
and by
relationship?
available, I mean I'll beg you to sleep with me.
Do you like tall, dark, and handsome, or you like just paying?
I got it really bad for the Asians. Is that creepy?
Wow,
I love Asian men.
that's good.
I do. Well, it's kind of. I just think it's kind of strange. In my culture, in the gay world, they call
In
guys.
my culture.
In my culture, I make it sound so fancy.
In the gay culture.
In the gay world,
Yeah.
they call guys like me rice queens. That's offensive, right?
That's,
I don't like to say I'm a rice queen. I just like to say that I've been to the koi pond quite a few times.
Oh, Eric.
But see,
wow.
I enjoy food. Okay, I've had a 60-pound weight loss, but I enjoy food. I do.
Yes.
So when you say rice queen, I think of food, and then I get hungry and I need a snack. So keep those fries coming. Keep those fries coming. All right, well, Eric, let's hear for Eric again. We'll be talking to him.
Thank you so
again.
much.
Our next comic coming to the stage. Let me get my iPad. And let me. You know, I don't know how to use it actually.
Can we get some porn on that thing?
Pony
There we go.
iPad, actually.
There, it's a My Little Pony iPad. It's pink.
It's
That's
pink.
it. Our next comic, everybody, was born in London, England, to Jewish Iranian parents. Now residing in Los Angeles, he is quickly moving up LA's comedy scene. His Iranian heritage, British sensibilities, American influences, and slight Jewy neurosis result in a uniquely skewed perspective on life that will keep you bursting with laughter. Everybody put your hands together for Matthew Noriel.
Matthew!
Yay!
Who wrote that? That was so douchey.
You wrote it.
Guys, I know I did, didn't I? We won't admit that to the world. Hi. How are we? Good. Well, you sound slightly dead right now. How are we? Good. That's what I like to hear. That's good. Me, not so much. Not doing so well. No. Guys, it's already May. We're 5 months into 2014. Can you believe this?
Amazing.
Can you believe it? I feel like I've spent the whole of 2014 dealing with debt consolidation. That's all I've done. It's all I've done. It's all I've done. Debt consolidation. Every week I'm calling them, trying to figure this shit out. That backstory. Last year I managed to rack up about $80,000 in credit card debt. I know, don't judge. This doesn't just happen. Doesn't just happen. Called debt consolidation. Lady on the phone wanted a list of my monthly expenses for food. I told her I'd spend about $500 a month. Conservative estimation. She goes, no, you can't spend that much on eating. I was like, no, I'm barely eating anything now. I'm juicing now. I'm juicing. Technically, I'm not juicing. I'm pulverizing. Yeah, right? I got this thing on TV. Have you seen this? A NutriBullet. Doesn't juice, it pulverizes. Got one for me, one for Mary, one for Paul. I just put them on the credit card. Put them on the credit. Anyway,
Sponsor our
digress.
show. Yeah.
I said, well, lady, what do you want me to do? She said, spend $100 to $150 a month on food. A month. A month, $100. I was like, lady, what do you expect me to do? Cook? I have no idea who she thinks I am, but let me tell you something. I've done downgrades in my life. I've done major downgrades. I was driving a BMW. Now I'm driving a Prius. I'm a Persian man. Do you have any idea how this feels for me? Not good. Disgraced an entire community. Speaking of being Persian, I also recently had to go to a plastic surgeon. For those of you who don't know, being Persian and plastic surgery goes hand in hand, right? It does. No, it does. If you'll get Sweet 16s, we get BMWs and nose jobs. I didn't make the rules. Just the way the world works. I went to plastic surgery. Well, here's a backstory for that. Last year, I quit smoking, started eating, gained all this weight. Now I'm eating less and smoking again, working out fantastically, working out really well. But here's the thing. No matter how much weight I gain or lose, I always have these love handles. Can't get rid of them. Can't get rid of them, right? So I was like, let me go. I'm just going to go, just find out how much it's going to cost to get them sucked out. Went to a doctor in Beverly Hills, Dr. Simone. He's fantastic. Hashtag Simone Plastic Surgery. He's the best. Amazing. Really good. Check him out. He's really good. He's a really nice man. He informed me that I'm actually in really good shape, and he said I don't have love handles at all. But what he said I had was fat hips.
Oh, no.
Hips! I'm a 6'2" fully grown adult male with fat birth-bearing hips, people. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. You know what's worse than having fat hips is being Persian and having fat hips, because not only do I have fat hips, I have hairy fat hips. I'm sure that's perfectly acceptable in some third world cultures, but I'm trying to find love in LA. It's not going to work. It's not going to cut it. No one wants a husband with fat hips. Now, in order to pay off my debt and pay for my emergency liposuction, what? It's an emergency. I need them evacuated, like stat, like immediately. I want them out. In order to pay for this shit, I had to take up an extra job. I got a job working for a company called Lyft. Are you all familiar with this? Yeah, L-Y-F-T, Lyft, community-based rideshare. It's a little app on your phone. You push the app on your phone, and someone shows up in their own personal car and drives you to wherever you need to go at a reasonable rate, approximately 30% cheaper than a regular taxi cab. Community-based ride-sharing service, Lyft. Community-based, my ass. The only difference between me and a chain-smoking Pakistani cab driver is that I have to strap a pink fuzzy mustache under the front of my car. That's their logo, a pink fuzzy mustache. They want you to put a pink fuzzy mustache under the front of your car. Let me tell you something, kids. Nothing says life is going exactly as planned, like strapping that pink fuzzy mustache under the front of your car. Lyft. They want you to be really delightful, really cheerful all the time. Give fist bumps and smiles, offer people candy. I can't be that delightful all the time. I can't. So I'm thinking I'm going to start my own community-based ride-sharing service for my community, and I'm going to call it MIFT. M-Y-F-T, MIFT. When the drivers are just miffed all the time. We're just miffed. And if you get in a car with so much the glimmer of hope in your eye, half a smile, you're out. You're done for. Low rating. You'll never be seen again. Yeah, miffed. And instead of having pink mustaches made of fuzz, we're going to have black hearts made of, like, shards of glass and poor life decisions. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I was like, went off on a tangent. I haven't even introduced. My therapist has been on maternity leave for like 27 months. I apologize. I think she's avoiding me. Oh, no, I'm not sure. But let me introduce myself. A bit about me. My name is Matthew Nuriel, and I'm a British-born Iranian gay Jew. Yeah, Mazel Tov, motherfuckers. Mazel Tov. Let me tell you something. People keep asking me, like, Matthew, was it difficult growing up gay and Iranian and Jewish? What the fuck do you think? Yes, it was. It was fucked up. It was hard. But let me tell you something. I never got thrown out my house. Always had a roof over my head. Always had a meal, something to eat. Always there. Yes, Persians don't do that. We don't throw our children out. We don't do that. They're lucky I'm gay, because if I wasn't, I'd be still living at home. Man, they don't let you move until you're fucking married, and no one's wanting to marry me, gay or straight. They're lucky, man. Always, let me tell you, it was hard, but I always had this one aunt who was always cool with me. She was always cool. Let me describe this woman for you. She was tall. She is tall, plastic surgery from head to toe, designer clothes all day, every day, right? Chain smokes, bench in the hedges, 100s, 2 packs a day, never gets sick, got them Middle Eastern lungs, just keeps fucking going. No one knows how old she is. She's like the Persian Donatella Versace. I mean, she is fabulous. Yes, she is. And she's always been, like, let me tell you how cool she was. Like, hypothetically, if I were, this is how cool she was. Hypothetically, if I were to show up to Shabbat dinner on a Friday night in full drag, she'd probably just look at me and go, oh my God, you look very nice. Where did you get this lipstick? Is it Lancome? Can you get me a discount? I like it. It's very nice. That's how cool she was. But like, this is the thing, when you come from a culture like that, people from that generation and that culture, like, they may be cool, but there's still things that they just don't get. Right? Like, to this day, she'll come up to me randomly and just ask me. She'll be like, Matthew, you know, I know you are the gay, and it's okay. No, gay is okay. For me, it's cool, you know. It's very cool. You are gay. It's nice. But tell me something. When you are with a guy, are you the man or the woman? Tell me, I want to know. It's very nice for me. You're the man or the woman. I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe she just asked me that. And I have to break it. Like, listen, first of all, being gay, in essence, there's no woman involved in the equation, right? I mean, that's what makes us gay, right? Like, there's no woman. Like, nobody, one of us was going to pretend to be a woman. We may as well just get with a woman. So I have to break it down for her every time. I'm like, listen, auntie, when I'm with a guy, he's not the woman, he's the man. And I'm not the woman, I'm the man. We're both men. But I am the lady. I'm just saying, I'm the lady. We go to dinner, we're not splitting the bill. We go Dutch, you go home, alone. It's just the way it goes. Oh, man. This is probably why I have a very hard time with dating, isn't it? I have a very hard time with dating. As a gay man, it's hard dating. It is hard dating. Because, well, when you're gay, you're restricted to dating other gay people. No, it's true, right? I mean, it's kind of let's face it, gay people are fucking annoying. Kidding. No, but you are restricted to dating other gay people, and this is a problem with that. We only make up about 10% of the population, right? Slim pickings. And within that 10%, statistics show that gay people have high rates of suicide, high rates of mental health disorders, and high rates of nicotine addiction. Slim pickings, right? So statistically speaking, I'm perfect. I'm perfect. I'm an erotic chain smoker with occasional bouts of suicidal rage. They should be banging down the door for me. I should be the poster child for gay dating. I don't know what the fucking problem here is. Why won't anyone date me? I don't get it. And where are they getting these statistics from? Do you have any idea? Because I have no fucking clue. Where they get, well, every guy that approaches me is like, oh my God, cigarette smoking, that's disgusting. You just hold it for effect. You don't actually inhale. Suicide, depression, that's so gross. I don't want to talk about it. You're stressing me out. I don't want to feel. Let's talk about Britney Spears in Vegas, poppers, grinder, meth. What? Where the fuck do I fit into all of this? Right? Where do I fit in? I feel like I need to find the nearest gay club and just go charging through the crowds and ripping my shirt open and screaming at the top of my lungs. I just want someone to buy me flowers. But they'll never fucking buy me flowers. Well, my point here is, if anyone wants a date, I'm available. All right. This has been fantastic. My name's Matthew Nuriel. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Come, yeah, sit on the couch. And you have the
You have
handheld.
a mic right there. Cute thing. Good job.
Everybody, Matthew Noriel. Let's hear from him. Yeah. You know, what I've noticed, now I'm sort of like millionaire matchmaker, but with no money. So here, Eric Hahn is single, and you're single. Why couldn't we make a love connection?
We're like brothers.
I'm way too old for him.
Oh, okay. And then there's Paul.
True.
There's Paul.
Kind of like the
Way too
remainder
old for
spare.
him.
The 58 model in the corner. What?
No, Paul.
We already established that I'm the lady, and Paul is wearing eyelashes, so I don't know if that's going to work out very well.
But you know what, Mary? I already have the pleasure of being his husband.
Yes, so why don't you tell everybody how we know Mr. Matthew Noriel?
Well, we met the same evening we met Eric Hahn at the Downtown Comedy Club, and as Mary and I started to do the Oh Mary Show, I wrote a radio drama sitcom that you can find in our archives called Oh Mary Please. And
OhMaryShow.com, yes.
OhMaryShow.com. You can listen to it. We have recorded 3 episodes, and what it is a gay couple named Matthew and Paul moved to Los Angeles, where a couple named Mary and Charles are the apartment managers of the apartment building my grandmother has left to me after her death. And Matthew plays my on-radio husband.
It was great. Really, really great.
Just so you all know, I wasn't even gay before I did that radio show.
So did I change you gay or did Paul?
It was a bit both, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a little bit. No, so he stars in that. And just so you know, my husband, Charles, that stars in it, you never see him. He's like the home improvement guy. He's always behind the fence. And that's what happens in real life. Everybody thinks that Paul and I are married and we have a baby. Anyway, that's for another story. Could you imagine if we had a baby?
Can you imagine?
It would come out of my womb dressed as Rizzo from Grease. I'm just saying. That's what would happen, and sing a show tune. That's it. It's just like 3 gay men and a baby, isn't it? It's like ridiculous. It is a joke. I know. I just wrote it. See, I riffed.
That's pretty
That's
good.
it.
You'll have
Thank
to
you.
keep it, Mary.
I will have to. So anyway, so Matthew, let's talk for a second.
Let's talk.
Let's talk, darling. So you're from London.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I sound like Teresa Caputo from Media.
It's the hair, Mary.
It's the hair. Thank you, Mary Dawn. So you're from London, and what are the differences between London and LA?
Wow.
I know
Can
it's
I
a
be
stupid
really
question.
real?
But I'm
I
opening
mean, I
it.
could be really real. People in London aren't as touchy as people in LA. Like in London, you can be very sarcastic with people, and it's just funny. And in LA, if you're very sarcastic with people, they call the police. So
Is that true?
well, they won't call the police, maybe, but people get very touchy. So, yeah.
So comedy's a hit out here.
Clearly.
Yeah, no. Okay. And you being an Iranian Jew, what is Ramadan like?
Well, I don't know. I did do a show, and get this, I did a show, like 2 months ago, I did a show in a Persian restaurant. It was like a Persian-themed sort of show. And I didn't realize it was Ramadan, and it was a restaurant that served halal meat. So there were all these religious Arabic people in the restaurant as this show was going on.
Comedy?
Comedy show.
Oh, boy.
Like full on with like the headgear and
Oh,
everything.
nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna either get killed or I don't know what, like married off to one of them, hopefully. I don't know, but
Well,
it
lots
was
of
scary.
money.
Lots of money. It would have been nice. It was really scary because the men. I mean, nothing against the culture, but the men were. Why are we even talking about this?
I don't know,
But the
'cause it's
men were like
interesting.
covered. There was a man who actually covered his child's eyes, and the women wouldn't look at me.
Oh, wow.
That's like a set at the nursing home on Ventura. It's fine. Everything's okay. So
I mean, I
here-
was wearing nothing but a diaper at the time, but that might. I
Oh,
don't know.
no,
Well,
yeah.
nice.
Well, so we got to bring this up before we bring our quote unquote, we are all headliners, but our last comment. So talk to us about Orange Fish. You have to talk to us about Orange Fish. He has this thing on
Okay.
YouTube.
You have to see
You
it.
have to see it. It's called Orange Fish, and it stars, I think it stars your auntie. Does it?
No.
Well, yes, it stars my auntie, Khanum Fereshte Khakshurianianianian. Okay, that's the thing. Okay.
First of all, I have to tell you, Matthew, when I clicked on it, I was prepared to be amused. I spit up at the computer.
Well,
I
that warmed my
laughed
heart.
so hard. You have to see Orange Fish.
Okay, we've all seen Blackfish, right? The documentary Blackfish about the plight of killer whales in SeaWorld.
Yes.
Yes, it's a great documentary. So I made my own documentary called Orange Fish about the plight of goldfish on Persian New Year.
You have to see it.
So you've got to check it out. Goldfish, youtube.com/Matthew Nuriel. I play my aunt, Khanum Fereshte Khakshuri, and I have Louis Vuitton and big hair, so do it.
It's fabulous.
And it's also starring Teddy Margus.
Who's a fantastic
Who's a
comedian
comic.
and a great friend.
Can you speak, if I was to ask her a question, I'm going to ask her a question. What's her name again?
Go ahead, Mayor. Nice job.
My name is Khanum Fereshte Khakshuri.
Where do you shop?
Only Bloomingdale's and in Nordestrom. Where do you think I shop?
Have you seen Eric, who's at Bordstrom's?
I think he sold me a purse once, but I returned it a few times. We return, you know. Why should I keep it? I have to return it. I get new one.
What do you think of your nephew, Matthew, and him being a comic?
He's a very nice boy, but sometimes I think his hair is a little bit too much, and I don't understand the way he's wearing. I don't like he tell the people he's the gay. It's not nice, but he's a very nice boy. My sister, manager, she like him very much. She always asking him about the lipstick.
Please say your name again for us.
Khanum Fereshte, you want to write it down? Khanum Fereshte Khakshuri, you want to remember it? I show you my gold card. It have my name on it.
Everybody, Matthew Noriel.
Matthew Noriel.
Fantastic. Oh, I don't need this for her. Our next comic, our final comic, and then we're going to do what time are we at, just so I can make sure that we are running on time. I can't do this iPad. I need iPad coaching. Can your aunt do that? Oh, wait. Oh, we're good. Okay, we're good. We're on time. We're on time.
Mary, it's an Etch-a-Sketch.
It's not an Etch-a-Sketch. Shut it. I know, wouldn't that be funny? It's anyway, it's a Light Bright. Remember that, kids? The Light Bright. I love the Light Bright. I used to eat the bulbs. I was a compulsive overeater. They were so colorful and delicious with the cracker. Anyway, our next comic coming to the stage, you've seen her on Girls Behaving Badly. She's a headlining comic all over the world. She wrote for Joan Rivers like Our Friend Paul Jasek, How'd You Get So Rich on TV Land. Everybody, you could see her on Jay Leno's phone booth. She was there for 7 years. She's a mom like me. She's not a gay man. Everyone put your hands together for Kira Sultanovich.
Kira Sultanovich.
Woo! Here she comes, Kira Sultanovich.
I wish I was a gay man. I wish I was a gay man. I'd shop at the very best gay men's stores, but I feel kind of out of it. First of all, I feel like this is the non-union version of The Voice. Why do I have to do this with the people on stage turning their chairs around? I think she's funny. I can't do his aunt. I can't do it. It's like some traveling last comic standing. I would have done more squats if I knew people were going to be directly behind me. I would have tried harder in Pilates.
It looks good, Kira.
Yeah.
It looks all right?
Yeah, you look
Oh, God, I'm doing hot yoga Lattes. Oh, God, why do you have to hybrid everything? Why can't it just be Pilates? No, we are a Bikram yoga Latte stripper pole pap smear class. Where all you have to do is just bring your Pilates socks and a yoga mat and a speculum, and then you burn so many calories. Why can't you just be a regular class, Los Angeles? I did yoga with Dr. Dre. Why does there music? In my yoga, it's the one time I just want to center and take a deep breath and kind of just sit on my yoga mat and do some poses and maybe sweat a little and Just focus on. Turn off the music, Los Angeles. Right? Turn off the music in your brains. I'm sorry, take a bite. I didn't mean to interrupt. Okay. This is turning into an amazing show for me. Can I get a tape for my reel? Is that... I'm gonna put this on my IMDb. So, I'm gonna add it tonight. All right?
We're
I got
worldwide.
IMDb Pro.
Worldwide.
Worldwide.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm adding it tonight.
Yeah, tonight.
Mary brought me on with Girls Behaving Badly. Any other older credits you want to bring up from 2002? Anything from the early 90s you want me to talk about?
Phone booth.
She was in the Nutcracker with the San Francisco Ballet in '89. I'm making myself younger in that. It was probably 82, to be honest. Let's be honest. All right. I hope I'm not coming across as cranky, and you guys are sitting right at ovulation level. So this stage, right, it's awesome, it's great, but it's also like, I had a 10-pound baby, so I am so sorry. I will buy your drinks. I really apologize. Because I peed a little walking up those stairs. I am so sorry. I'll do a Kegel if that makes you feel better for the rest of my set. I just won't. That's a new Kegelates. The entire time you're doing Pilates and you're doing a Kegel. I apologize if I'm cranky. I'm not getting the sleep that I just want. I just want sleep. It's such a commodity when you have a kid. You know, Mary has 2, and I'm sure some other people have made terrible mistakes with your lives. Anybody else? Yeah? Yeah, you wake up angry also? How many do you have? You have a tribe? Wow, why? Are you trying to get a reality show? Why? Because that's the way to make it now. It's not just like, I went to acting school, and I took speculoyates, and I got into shit. Now it's like, I have to be a freak show. Something has to happen crazy. Like, I can eat my own large intestines. And then it goes back, it's just a magic. It's like the scarf that you pull out from your jacket. How many do you have? 3. Yeah, you hate yourself. You're very hip? That's good. I have 1. I feel bad complaining with just 1, but it's just that you never wake up on your own. That's the thing. Ever. It's never just like, oh, it's 11:30 and the ecstasy is worn off. You know what I mean? And you just wake, like your eyes just open up on their own, just by themselves. That never happens. It's always something aggressive. It's always 6 a.m. and it's dark and you think there's an intruder. Like I just hear, ah, and I'm like in a stance, like swipe the leg. You know what I mean? I have mace, I have a billy club, like I'm like, what the fuck? Who's in here? And it's a 3-year-old, Mommy! That's what I hear down a hallway. Like I'm a goalie for the LA Kings. This kid is athletic heckling me on a daily basis. Easy out! And I go down to his room and I try to convince him it's still dark because I want to go back to sleep. And I go, look, it's nighttime, look. Go back to bed. And he's like, no, it's not. It's morning time. It's time to wake up. And then you start talking through your face. If you're a parent, you know what that is. You go back to bed. It's nighttime. Because you're so tired, you can't, your face doesn't work yet. Did you know your face doesn't work until a certain time of day? Did you guys know that? It's like when you fall asleep on your hand and you're like, ah, it's never gonna be the same. That's also, if you sleep on your face, you wake up and someone's screaming and yelling and you're like, I can't talk yet. Go back to sleep. It's nighttime. And then he says to me, it's not nighttime, Mommy. It's over for you. Now, he's talking about sleep, but I took it like my life. And then my husband is asleep through all of this. Of course. He's just out, He turns into some special needs type of situation. When he is asleep, it's just, he is on the fucking spectrum. When he is sleeping, which I'm not making fun, I'm just saying, you can't have how are you asleep through this? And he snores, and I know he's doing it on purpose. I know that's ridiculous. It sounds ridiculous even as I say it, but I feel like he's snoring to like break my spirit. And you guys might think that's kind of like, oh, you're kind of neurotic. No, he is. He's doing it. He's like I don't even think he's asleep all the way. His eyes are like halfway. Like a Chinese water torture situation. Just, drip, drip, drip. He's slowly killing me. And he said, if my snoring is bothering you, let's get a sound machine. So we went to Brookstone, and he got one of those machines set to Amazon, which is not a peaceful place. If you've ever been, it starts off nice. It's like, you're like, oh, like a wind in the willows situation. I like this. Then it takes a terrible turn. Then poachers have arrived. Because then it's just, and somebody is fisting a baby gorilla. And he's just out, just. And then someone said, get one of those flea flaps. What do they call slip slaps? What is it? Flip flops. You know what I'm talking about. What is it? CPAP, a pap smear for his face. All right, that's awesome. He's a little yeasty, that's why he's snoring. So we got a CPAP, and if you've never seen it, and then I'll end on this, it's a computer from like 1901, and there's like a snurgly hose, right? And all night long, and it's connected to his face, and it's a jock strap on his face that amplifies his snoring. So now lights are flashing. Snurgly hose. Thank you. That was so much better. So much better than his regular snoring. So then, and this is, he goes, well, look, if everything's bothered, you need to get some earplugs. So he made it like it was my problem. He goes, you need to get earplugs then, because I'm doing everything I can here. Oh, really? So I went to the CVS, I bought a bag of earplugs, and then later that night, I shoved the bag down his throat. All right, thanks. All right.
Kira Saltanovich. Come sit down with
Do
your
you guys
mic.
validate parking?
We
Do you
do.
guys-
Come sit down.
Don't forget.
But take your mic.
Take your mic
Take
with
it with
you.
you.
I will.
We're doing a benefit for lavaliers. That's
Okay.
what we're doing. Take a seat.
Oh!
Kira Saltanovich. Kira
Yay, Kira!
Saltanovich.
Thanks.
Aren't these folks fun?
Yeah.
It's such a great crowd. And again, I'm so sorry. Drinks are on me. I apologize for anything that I did.
It is so fun to have you here. I can't even tell you.
I'm so glad to be working with you again.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, I mean, you look prettier than me, but whatever. It's fine.
So I gave a recent credit of you, Jay Leno, the phone booth.
I know, but
So,
okay. So here's what it is. It's it's the Tonight Show.
Right.
I'm not correcting you. We're fun, right? We're having
Yeah,
fun.
yeah,
right?
we're
Okay.
fine.
Photo booth.
yeah. We're gonna have a mom fight. We're gonna strip down and fight in mud. That's what's gonna happen, Kira. Anyway, go ahead.
No, it is. It's recent. I mean, he was just canceled in February. It's also
Sorry. Well, no, you have your own podcast.
Yay!
Yeah, so talk about the podcast.
Well, a certain Mary Kennedy was on it.
With Wendy Liebman,
One
everybody.
of the best episodes ever. Wendy and Mary, we didn't plan it. It just kind of happened. Just the comedy gods were smiling on us, and we did a threesome. So I am a little gay. And we had a great podcast. It's all about comics who have kids. It's very specific, and we talk about how they cock block our careers. And we had a good time.
Well, and you asked. This is what was hilarious. So my friend Lori's in the house, and she has 3 kids. That's who you talked about, the girl that has the tribe. Yeah, thank you, Lori Berg. And so when you really looked at us in the eyes on air for the podcast, and you said to Wendy and I, and you go, you know, I'm thinking that maybe I should have another child. Girls, what do you think? And at like equal timing, we go, no. Don't plan that. I love that I have 2 kids. My second one was the Phantom Menace. He just showed up. But no, and my daughter, you talked about when they wake you up, my daughter, like there's a glow behind her when she walks down the hall and she stands at the top of our stairs to her sunken garage bedroom. And she'll sit there and the light hits her and it's like the Omen.
Yeah.
She's going to suck my soul.
Yeah, they show up just in your face. And the things that they say at 1 o'clock in the morning normally sound, you know, just innocent. But when like a child is whispering at 1 o'clock in the morning, I want a banana. It makes you shit yourself a little bit. A little, not a lot. That would be gross, but a little.
So are you going to have another?
I don't know. If I look at my husband, he like turns away, and I'm like, that's not how it works, you know. Like it's weird. We're in it's a weird place right now. And he's half Latino, so I thought, you know, it would happen just, you know, by sitting on the couch together. But you know, we'll see. I don't know. We're still in the I don't know.
So how many years apart are they? I mean, if you had a kid, if you got pregnant right now.
He's 3.
So 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that still okay? I don't know. Is that like
No,
a
yeah,
joke?
it is. Well.
What? After 4, it's like they don't.
Well, when they're
they live
out
in
of
separate
diapers,
houses.
the last thing you're going to want to do is go back to diapers.
The last thing I want to do is piss myself when I sneeze. I'm not even worried about the whole diapers part. My kid was 10 pounds. I had to wear a diaper after having him.
I know. Yeah, I was there.
For a month. 2 months. For a month.
Oh my gosh.
I walked around in a 3 months. 3 months.
Wow.
I wore a diaper.
You know, it's very glamorous. It is.
Look, Lisa Rinna, she wears them.
Yeah, I know, we do. So here's the thing, and I will tell you the
She
story.
has a whole thing now.
I will tell you the story, and then we're going to go into That's Just Not Funny before we close out the show, which is a little segment, all of our comics. Let's hear it for the comics, everybody.
Indeed.
Okay. With my first child, Kira, I was in labor and delivery 9 times. I went a lot.
But you see, that's the thing is you just need to differentiate what's gas and what's baby.
Right. So when Nick came along and I started laboring again, my husband goes, no. And he said, bring the Paul. Another term than say bring the gay. So I brought the gay to UCLA, remember? And he was very upset because they thought he was my husband again.
They were bringing Mary in, and she's like, you know, she looks like basically a Hummer with a top on. She's huge. And they bring her in, and I'm just like trying to be the best friend. I'm kind of moving along. And suddenly the door shuts. They have her up. They're putting her in the stirrups. This sweet nurse goes, you can stay. I'm like, oh, no. I mean, we're close. And I just said, well, Mary, you know, things look, they're here for you. Well, they're at your cervix, so I have to go.
Yeah, that's right.
And
then
I took off.
And then he took off, and I'm stuck there. And you know when you're in labor and delivery, there's no snacks. There's not a cash bar.
No.
There's nothing. It's like being in the desert. And so I'm sitting there.
Or a Spirit Airlines flight.
Yeah, it's horrible, yeah. And so they said, you're ready to go, Miss Kennedy, and we'll call your husband. I said, it's not my husband. And they went to find him. He left the floor. I was stranded. He drove, and they had to page him. Guess where he was? In geriatrics trying to pick up somebody.
That's
God
not
damn it.
true.
It's
That
true.
is not true.
Yes, you were trading applesauce for a custard. Anyway, what I'm saying, it's very tragic. Anyway,
Poor
Anyway.
guy. He probably thought there was a guy at geriatrics named Jerry who might have been cute.
That's it.
I can see how you misunderstand that.
I love you, Kira.
Well, anyway. So, guys, we're going to play a game with you. How's that before we close out the show?
Let's do it.
It's something we do on our show. It's called, ready?
Yeah.
Eyes here, Mary.
Oh,
There you go.
I'm sorry, Ice Ties.
Yeah, Ice Ties.
It's called That's Just Not Funny. So Paul's going to do our live bumper for it.
Okay,
Because we
great.
don't have to pay royalties. Go ahead. And action. Go.
It's just not funny. It's just not funny. It's just not funny with Mary and Eric and Matthew and Kira.
Yay! And Paul. He's still holding the note.
Academy training right there.
Academy
everybody.
trained,
There you
ladies and
go.
gentlemen. Yes.
Okay, so we're going to do, we pick articles. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're not. As comics, you can chime in. It's kind of like Name That Tune, but with comedy. So here we go. Do you understand, everybody? A report just came out, Huffington Post. I go there for all my news. The most pesticide-heavy fruits of 2014. There's a list. It's like the top 10 on David Letterman.
It just sounds like a gay slur right off
I
the
was
top.
going to say, if you mention the 3 men on stage, I'm pushing you over.
So anyway, who here eats fruits with pesticides? We
Oh,
all do. You go to
Yummy.
Ralph's. If you go to Ralph's, you've done it. You know it is. Do you know what the top vegetable is that's covered in pesticides that we eat?
What?
Snap peas.
Oh, no.
Potatoes.
Oh, no.
Cherry tomatoes.
Ew.
Cucumber. Nectarines.
Poor Eric.
Sweet bell peppers. Spinach.
You just described my last 3 lunches.
Peaches. Celery.
Oh.
Grapes, strawberries, and apples are the #1 covered in pesticides. I
Wow.
know.
What if you get organic?
It's the same. It's still sprayed. Otherwise, if it's not sprayed, guys, you're going to see it, and it's covered with all the dirt, and it looks like it's bad. It's
Right.
true.
That's just so
okay, what
funny.
about
I'm so grateful I
It's-
just eat junk food.
It's not funny.
That's just not funny.
That's just not.
So you go to Trader Joe's, you think
we-
you're getting organic, you can't park because you're going to Laurel Canyon Trader Joe's, and I want to kill anybody and hit them with a stick, and then you go and you buy apples for $85 a pound, and you know what? You're still going to be poisoned, Kira.
Wow.
Wow, I don't get this game that we're playing. Is this just, is this just to make us sad?
It's not funny.
No.
This is even on moral of the story, people. Eating is bad for you. Decided that a long time ago.
But see, it's funny, right? You guys are having a good time.
There it is, yeah.
Nobody will eat an apple again,
Can
but
you
they're
do
having a good
a
time.
happy one next?
You ready? The most important things moms want for Mother's Day. It's coming up, everybody, May 11th.
Oh, I know what it is.
I know what it is.
Yeah,
I
to be
don't-
left alone. No.
No, well, yes. To put your kids in a work release program. Yeah, that's what it is. And they have to wear, anyway. Okay, so the first thing, so what do you want for Mother's Day, Kira?
Oh, God, I want a naked Korean.
A naked
You
Korean.
and Eric will get along really well.
Why? To do what?
I'm addicted to Korean spas. I just want to be naked with a Korean, the angry ones that are aggressive, like they're trying to, like, you did this to my country, or, like. Have you guys ever gone to the Korean spas where they scrub you
Yes.
and they're just naked?
And they wash you?
And they
Yeah.
just, they front to back, they're not
They get
animals.
all your nooks and crannies. They get
Yeah,
all your
And they
yeah.
spray you.
Oh, it's like a bowling ball grip.
Yeah.
And then they spray you with pesticides. That's true.
right. And then you eat an apple.
Like an apple. They spray
That's
my
right.
apples.
And Eric,
All I
Eric
ever want-
Kahn loves the Asians. Anyway, but Koreans.
I got it really bad for the Asians.
like
Do you
the
go to Korean spas?
I've gone to Korean spas. They're a little creepy because sometimes you'll
Oh,
see
you
whole-
love it.
No, really. They'll have whole families in there. Have you ever seen
Yeah,
the one
yeah,
with whole
yeah.
families? And they're all like nude bathing, and I'm like,
Yeah.
too much nudity.
Well, see, the thing is, and this is a joke for the theme park, you buy a pass for the day and you get it for the whole year. Oh, that was bad. That was a really bad joke. I'm sorry.
Mary
That's
I'm
Elizabeth.
just
sorry.
not funny. That's just not funny.
It is funny. Look at the comics' faces. Look at them. They're so upset. I will never feature in Pacoima again. Anyway, so here we go. The second thing, okay, so the first thing people want on Mother's Day is jewelry. The second thing is flowers. The third thing is chocolate. The fourth thing is perfume. And
Kira's not having any of
and
it.
the
Yep.
fifth thing, everybody, that some stupid bitch posted, vacuum cleaners, cleaning supplies, or pots and pans. That's bullshit, people.
Oh, lame.
Vacuum cleaner.
No, a naked Korean should be on that list. Oh my God, jewelry. Ugh. I'm the worst Jew. I hate jewelry.
Really?
I told my husband when we were dating, we're just walking through the mall. You know, the mall has like every corner of the mall's intersection has like 4 jewelry stores, and it was probably around, you know, something like maybe Valentine's or whatever. And he goes, "I bet you want me to get you some jewelry for." I always make him sound like he's having a stroke. And he speaks normally. I bet you want some jewelry for whatever holiday that's coming up. And I was like, "Don't ever buy me jewelry, ever. Do not do it."
Why? You have a great ring on
And that's
your
all I
hand.
wear is the ring. But he started crying.
Oh, no.
He was so excited. I'm not kidding you. He was like thrilled out of his mind. Like I had told him, "Hey, after sex, I turn into beer and pizza." He's like, "I love you."
Kira, you and I should date because my husband likes to cuddle and talk after sex, and I just want my sugar-free pudding, and I want to be left alone. That's it. Anyway, so that's just so funny. These are kind of depressing. I think I need a therapy session after this one. The last one. Okay. I love food, everybody. I love it. I'm thinking of the snacks about this time that I'm going to eat after the show. I'm just telling you, I enjoy it. That's what Paul and I do. That's right. I gained 30 pounds while I dated a gay because all we did was go out to eat. There was no eating. There wasn't any eating of me. There was eating of pizza. So anyway, so here's the story. This comes out of New York Huffington Post. Stop everything, everybody. There's a new delivery service in New York, and they deliver grilled cheese sandwiches via parachute.
No.
What? Yes.
Come on.
Yes, they do. New Yorkers, forget the cupcake ATM. Parachuting grilled cheese sandwiches are coming to the Big Apple.
I mean, that sounds like my worst nightmare, like food coming from the sky. I would just die.
Australian eatery Jaffle Shoots, a riff on Jaffle, the Aussie term for grilled cheese, came up with an alternative delivery system in 2013. Now, after a successful crowdfunding campaign raised Melbourne's first float-down eatery, more than 5,300, the flying sandwiches are slated to debut in New York. This is how the flying system works. Listen, everybody. Patrons pay $5 to $6 for their sandwiches via PayPal, then set up a delivery time and stand in a designated area with an X. An employee then launches the wrapped-up sandwich down into the customer's welcoming hands. The website notes, if the sandwich gets stuck somewhere on the journey, chances are Jaffle Shoots will make another. Jaffle Shoots, ladies and gentlemen.
Jaffle Shoots.
That's ridiculous.
Isn't
That's
that-
ridiculous.
All right, so tell me, you look
disgusting.
angry.
I don't know if I
Do we
mean,
not
like,
have? Are we that bored as people that we're wanting things to drift down into our hands? That's. We're not allowed to say retarded, are we? Retarded.
Well, we're
not
saying
good.
it.
you just
I mean,
No.
It's retarded. It's what it is. It's retarded.
Well, I just feel like when our world turns into like when food has Tinder, you know what I mean? Like a Tinder app for food, then
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
done.
we're in trouble.
You know what I mean? Like we're like, where can I find a grilled cheese around the corner that wants me in its mouth? Like it just, it's done. Why does it have to be
Right.
so weird?
Or Grinder.
Or Grindr,
There
yeah.
are 8 grilled cheese sandwiches right next to me right now. That's what it is.
54 feet away.
I just, I don't know.
Well, and I have an issue. I don't like food being touched by other people. It's hard for me when I eat at a restaurant. I'm sorry.
What
but
do you- what?
I need to know what hands are on my food. And I cannot do raw chicken. I will not touch
Who
raw
eats
chicken.
raw chicken?
Raw
No,
chicken?
touching the raw
Oh,
chicken
to
to
make
cook
it?
it, I can't do it. I have an aneurysm. I don't like raw chicken. So I can't. It's disgusting, right? That's why I do takeout. I take the husband's credit card. Or then over Thanksgiving, I will order the Thanksgiving dinner from an undisclosed situation. I'll put onion.
Just a
I will put
parachuted
onion in
turkey.
boiling water so it smells like we're actually cooking stuff. And then I'll put it in the microwave. Dinner is served. That's how it works at my house.
Way to do it.
What?
I'm
Well,
sorry.
then you need a parachute.
I need a Jaffle shoe. That's everybody. So everybody, that's just not funny. Let's hear it for us. This is the live O'Mary show, the first one. Our second live vodcast is July 17th. It's a Thursday right here at the club. You can always catch us live on the JLCN.TV network. You can catch the archives. We've had Steve Bluestein, Academy Award winner George Shakiris. We've did a whole episode on evil children. My daughter starred in it. I'm kidding. And no, I'm kidding. I love her. Anyway, what else who else do we have on?
The Titanic anniversary.
The
show.
Titanic anniversary. We had John Keating, who was a cartoonist and an actor. And Daddy
Daddy Don and Spa. If you're having trouble with your taxes, daddydon.com.
So if you guys are interested in the show, please watch it Thursdays at 7 o'clock Pacific or 10 o'clock Eastern. And it's Paul and I every Thursday. And we just love you guys. Kira Sultanovich. let's
Yay,
hear it for her.
Kira! Matthew Noriel!
L'Oreal. And Eric Hahn.
And Mary Kennedy.
And Paul Jasek. And we're the O'Mara Show, everybody.
Thank you so much
Thanks
for coming
tuning in.
with this evening. Thank you.
Good night.
The silence used to turn to laughter when I walked into a room. Now I've learned to leave them wanting more. I didn't know what I was after. Thank God that I found you. You showed me how to open up that door. I'm gonna be who I am. I'm gonna win over this whole town. I'm on top of the world and no one's gonna bring me down. I am me. I am strong. I have found where I belong. I belong all along. And there's no one else who's going to sing my song. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. I used to have these premonitions how the world would knock me out. I closed my eyes and let them tell me no. Now I've thrown away my inhibitions and slammed the door on doubt.